Pakistan, a name that often dominates headlines, yet a country that remains one of the least understood places on Earth. In 2026, as the adventurous traveler seeks the last frontiers of authenticity, this nation quietly reveals itself as the world's greatest hidden gem. Home to over 245 million people, it is a land where the geography is as dramatic as the history. From the frozen cathedrals of the Karakoram in the north to the warm waters of the Arabian Sea in the south, Pakistan is not just a country. It is a tapestry of civilizations woven together over 5,000 years. For decades, it was the forbidden fruit of tourism. But today, the narrative is changing. The world is waking up to a reality that locals have known for generations. Pakistan is a place of overwhelming beauty and aggressive hospitality. It is a land where guests are treated like divinity, where the tea is always hot and the mountains touch the stratosphere. This is a country where you can stand in the shadow of K2, the Savage Mountain, in the morning and walk through the 17th century Mughal gardens of Lahore by sunset. It is a nation of contradictions. It is the cradle of ancient Buddhism in Taxila and the modern fortress of Islam. It is the chaotic energy of Karachi's stock exchange and the timeless silence of the Deosai Plains. With 60% of its population under the age of 30, Pakistan is young, hungry, and rapidly digitizing. Tech hubs are sprouting in Lahore, and tourism infrastructure is expanding in the north. The roads are being paved, the visas are going online, and the doors are swinging open. Today, we go beyond the newsreels. We travel 1,500 kilometers from the roof of the world to the edge of the ocean. We will taste the spicy curries of the Punjab, breathe the thin air of Gilgit-Baltistan, and get lost in the bazaars of the Silk Road. Put aside your preconceptions. Turn off the news. Prepare your heart. Our journey to Pakistan begins now. We begin our journey at the very top. If Earth has a throne room, it is here, in Gilgit-Baltistan. This is the only place on the planet where three majestic mountain ranges collide: the Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the Hindu Kush. And sitting at the center of this geological collision is Skardu. Flying into Skardu is an act of faith. The plane weaves through a narrow corridor of jagged peaks, some rising higher than the aircraft itself. When you land, you step onto a high-altitude desert 2,500 meters above sea level. The air is crisp, dry, and thin. The silence is profound. Skardu is the gateway to the giants. Pakistan is home to 5 of the world's 14 8,000ers, mountains rising above 8,000 meters. The king of them all is K2. At 8,611 meters, it is the second highest mountain on Earth, but arguably the hardest to climb. Known as the Savage Mountain, it commands a respect that Everest does not. To trek to its base camp is to walk through a cathedral of ice. You traverse the Bulturo Glacier, one of the longest glaciers outside the polar regions, a river of frozen grandeur stretching 63 kilometers. But you don't need to be a mountaineer to feel the magic here. Just outside the town lies the cold desert of Katpana, the highest cold desert in the world. Imagine sand dunes, soft and rippled like the Sahara, but capped with snow and surrounded by granite cliffs. It is a landscape that defies logic, a surrealist painting come to life. A short drive away is Shangri-La Resort, built around Lower Kachura Lake. The red-roofed pagodas reflect in the crystal-clear water, earning it the name Heaven on Earth. But for a truly prehistoric experience, one must ascend to the Deosai Plains. Known as the Land of Giants, Deosai is the second highest plateau in the world, averaging 4,114 meters. For half the year, it is buried under snow, but in summer it transforms into a carpet of wildflowers, purple, yellow, and blue stretching to the horizon. It is the home of the Himalayan brown bear, a creature that roams this roof of the world in solitude. Standing here, with nothing but the sky above and the grass below, you feel the sheer scale of Pakistan's wilderness. It is raw, untouched, and utterly humbling. The people of Baltistan share a lineage with Tibet. Their language, Balti, is a sister to Tibetan. Their hospitality is legendary. In the villages, apricots dry on rooftops, turning the gray stone houses into splashes of orange. This is a land where time is measured not in hours, but in seasons and shadows. Leaving Skardu, we join one of the greatest engineering feats in human history, the Karakoram Highway. Often called the eighth wonder of the world, this road connects Pakistan to China, carving its way through the most difficult terrain on the planet. Building it took 20 years and cost over 1,000 lives. Every kilometer is a testament to human resilience. Traveling the Kik is not a commute, it is an expedition. The road snakes along the Indus River, a gray, churning beast that eats away at the mountains. As we move north, the landscape shifts. We enter the Hunza Valley. If Skardu is rugged and wild, Hunza is refined and mythical. This valley was the inspiration for James Hilton's Lost Horizon and the legend of Shangri-La. The people here, the Hunzakas, are famous for their longevity and high literacy rates. Legends say they are descendants of Alexander the Great's army, a claim supported by their fair skin and light eyes. The center of the valley is guarded by the Baltit Fort, a 700-year-old structure perched on a cliff edge. It has watched over the valley through centuries of Silk Road trade, surviving earthquakes and invasions. From its terraces, you look straight into the face of Rakaposhi, a mountain that rises an incredible 6,000 meters of uninterrupted vertical wall from the valley floor. It is a sight that brings seasoned travelers to tears. Further north, the landscape becomes alien. We reach Adabad Lake. This turquoise jewel did not exist before 2010. A massive landslide blocked the Hunza River, burying villages and creating a 21-kilometer-long lake. Tragedy was transformed into beauty. Today, boats glide over the vibrant blue water, navigating between sheer canyon walls. It is a hauntingly beautiful reminder of nature's volatility. Just beyond the lake, the horizon is pierced by the Pashu cones, also known as the Cathedral Peaks. These serrated granite shards look like the back of a sleeping dragon. They are too steep to hold snow, standing naked and sharp against the blue sky. Beneath them stretches the Husseini Suspension Bridge, often called the most dangerous bridge in the world. Rickety wooden planks, spaced wide apart, swing wildly over the rushing river. Crossing it is a rite of passage, a trembling walk that rewards you with an adrenaline rush like no other. Hunza is not just about views, it's about the vibe. In spring, the valley is drowned in the white and pink of cherry and apricot blossoms. In autumn, the poplars turn to gold. The local diet, rich in apricots, walnut oil, and glacial water, is credited for the locals' health. It is a place where you forget to check your phone, where the grandeur of the mountains forces you to be present in the moment. We descend from the mountains to the plains of the Punjab, to the city that beats as the heart of Pakistan, Lahore. There is a local saying, Jinhe Lahore Nai Dekya, O Jamiai Nai. One who has not seen Lahore has not yet been born. Lahore is the cultural capital, a city of 14 million people where the past and present collide in a chaotic, colorful symphony. For centuries, this was the seat of emperors, the Mughals, who ruled the Indian subcontinent for 300 years, loved Lahore best, and they left their soul here. We enter the walled city, the Androon Shahr. This is the old Lahore, a labyrinth of 13 gates and narrow alleyways where sunlight struggles to reach the ground. It is a sensory overload. Rickshaws buzz like angry hornets. The air smells of cardamom chai and grilling meat, and the calls to prayer echo from 100 minarets. At the center stands the Badshahi Mosque. Completed in 1673 by Emperor Aurangzeb, it was the largest mosque in the world for over 300 years. Built of red sandstone and white marble, it can hold 100,000 worshippers standing in its vast courtyard at sunset. As the sky turns purple and the birds circle the minarets, you feel the weight of history. It is grand, symmetrical, and profoundly peaceful amidst the city's noise. Just next door is the Lahore Fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its Sheesh Mahal, the Palace of Mirrors, is a marvel of engineering. Thousands of tiny convex mirrors are embedded in the ceiling. Lighting a single candle creates the effect of a starlit sky. It was here that queens walked and emperors held court. But Lahore is not just about stone. It is about food. The Lahoris are obsessed with eating. We head to the famous food street, lined with restored havelis overlooking the mosque. Here, the cuisine is rich and unapologetic. Siri Pay, Karahi Shu, and the world-famous naan. You don't just eat, you feast. The modern side of Lahore is equally vibrant. Liberty Market is a hub of fashion, where silk and chiffon are sold by the yard. The youth of Lahore are revitalizing the arts. Literary festivals, underground music gigs, and modern art galleries are thriving. It is a city that protects its traditions while fiercely debating its future. And then, there is the border. Every evening at the Wagah border crossing with India, a bizarre and electrifying ceremony takes place. Soldiers from both sides, towering in crested turbans, stomp and high kick in a display of aggressive posturing that ends with a handshake. Thousands cheer. It is theater, it is politics, and it is quintessentially Lahori. Loud, proud, and full of passion. Travel west, across the Indus, and the atmosphere changes again. We enter Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the land of the Pashtuns. The capital is Peshawar, the city of flowers, one of the oldest living cities in Asia. Peshawar is the frontier. For thousands of years, this was the gateway to the Indian subcontinent. Everyone from Alexander the Great to the British Empire marched through here. The na of the city is trade and war. The heart of the city is the Chissa Kwani Bazaar, the bazaar of storytellers. In ancient times, merchants from Central Asia would camp here, sipping green tea and swapping tales of their travels. Today, the storytellers are gone, but the tea remains. Kahwa, a green tea spiced with cardamom, is the lifeblood of Peshawar. It is served in small bowls, constantly refilled, accompanied by sugar-coated almonds. The architecture here is intricate. Old wooden balconies with carved latticework hang over the narrow streets. The Sethi House, a merchant's mansion from the 19th century, is a masterpiece of design, blending Central Asian and Victorian styles. But the true soul of Peshawar is its people. The Pashtun Code of Honor, Pashtunwali, dictates that hospitality is a sacred duty. A guest is a blessing. In the chaotic buzz of the Namik Mundi Ha, You will find the best meat in Pakistan, charsi tikka, chunks of lamb simply salted and roasted over charcoal, is legendary. There are no plates. You eat with hot bread, sitting on sharp haze. A short drive from the city lies the Khyber Pass. This mountain pass is perhaps the most famous strategic choke point in history. It winds through the Spingar Mountains to the border of Afghanistan. Every rock here has witnessed blood and gold. Looking at the rugged, dry hills, you can almost hear the marching boots of Roman legions, Mughal cavalries, and British regiments. It is a place of stark, dangerous beauty. Peshawar is not polished like Islamabad or vibrant like Lahore. It is dusty, raw, and rugged. It feels like the Wild West of the East. But beneath the rough exterior is a culture of deep sophistication and poetry. It is a city that has seen empires rise and fall, and yet it remains, watching the world with ancient eyes. We journey south now, into the heat. The lush green of the north fades into the arid plains of southern Punjab. We arrive in Multan, the city of saints. Multan is hot, dusty, and mystical. It is one of the oldest cities in the subcontinent, dating back 5,000 years. Alexander the Great besieged this city and was nearly killed here by an arrow. But today, it is known for something else: Sufism. Sufism is the mystical dimension of Islam, focusing on love, music, and a direct connection with the divine. Multan is the resting place of great Sufi saints like Shah Rukn Alam. His shrine is an architectural marvel, a massive octagon of red brick and blue tiles that dominates the skyline. It is the second largest dome in the world after the Gol Gumbaz in India. Entering the shrine is a spiritual experience. The air is thick with the scent of rose petals and incense. Devotees chant and pray, their voices rising in a hum that vibrates through the floor. The iconic blue pottery of Multan, Kashigari, adorns the walls. The turquoise blue represents the sky and the cooling of the soul in this burning land. South of Multan lies the Cholistan Desert. This is a landscape of wind-blown sand dunes and silence. But rising from the sand like a mirage is the Derawar Fort. Its 40 massive bastions, each 30 meters high, form a square that is visible for miles. Built in the 9th century, it is a fortress of epic proportions that few outside Pakistan have ever seen. Every year, this desert comes alive with the Cholistan Jeep Rally. It is the Dakar of the East. Fast cars kicking up clouds of dust against the backdrop of the ancient fort. It is a collision of the medieval and the modern. The culture here is distinct. The women wear brightly colored skirts to contrast the beige desert. The music is soulful, dominated by the Saraiki language, which is known as the sweetest language in Pakistan. In Multan and Cholistan, you touch the spiritual core of the country. It is a place where religion is not about dogma, but about ecstasy and love. Finally, we reach the end of the Indus River. We reach the Arabian Sea. We reach Karachi. Karachi is not just a city, it is a beast. With an estimated population of over 17 million, though locals say it's closer to 25 million, it is one of the largest megacities on Earth. It is the economic engine of Pakistan, the city that never sleeps, the city of lights. Karachi is intense. It is loud, gritty, and fast. It is a melting pot where every ethnicity in Pakistan meets. You will find Pashtuns driving trucks, Sindhis in government, Muhajirs Kassans of immigrants from India in business, and Balak fishermen at the docks. We start at the Quaid-e-Azam's mausoleum, the final resting place of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan. The white marble dome stands serene in a park, a symbol of the unity the country strives for. But the real pulse is in the streets. Empress Market, a British colonial structure, is a chaotic hive of commerce. Spices, pets, dry fruits, and textiles are traded in a frenzy. But Karachi's true love is the sea. Clifton Beach, or Sea View, is not a pristine tropical paradise. It is a people's beach. On weekends, it is packed with families riding camels, driving dune buggies, and eating roasted corn. The gray water of the Arabian Sea stretches to the horizon, connecting Pakistan to the Middle East and beyond. And then there is the food. Karachi claims the title of the food capital of Pakistan, a claim Lahore disputes fiercely. But Karachi has the ultimate weapon: biryani. This spicy rice and meat dish is not just food here, it is a religion. Spicy, aromatic, and loaded with potatoes, Karachi Techa. It is the fuel of the city. Burns Road is the historic food street where you can eat bun kebab and rabri until 4 a.m. Karachi is resilient. It has faced political turmoil, crime, and infrastructure challenges. Yet, it thrives. It is the home of Pakistan's fashion industry, its stock market, and its art scene. The architecture ranges from crumbling Victorian colonial buildings to glass skyscrapers. It is a city of sharp edges and warm hearts. To survive Karachi is to love Karachi. It has an energy that is addictive, a relentless drive that pushes the nation forward. Our journey concludes in the capital, Islamabad. If Karachi is the chaos, Islamabad is the order. Built in the 1960s, it is a planned city nestled against the lush green Margalla Hills. Wide, tree-lined avenues, organized sectors, and modern architecture define it. At the foot of the hills stands the Faisal Mosque. Shaped like a Bedouin tent, it lacks the traditional domes of the past. It is modern, angular, and massive, capable of holding 300,000 worshippers. The white marble shines against the green backdrop of the mountains. It symbolizes Pakistan's aspiration, rooted in faith, but looking toward modernity. Just a few kilometers away lies Taxila, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This was the center of the Gandhara civilization over 2,000 years ago. Here, Greek and Buddhist cultures merged. Ruins of monasteries, stupas, and universities remind us that this land was a center of learning long before modern borders were drawn. Pakistan in 2026 is a country in transition. It is building tech parks, investing in renewable energy, and replanting its forests through the 10 billion tree tsunami. It is a country that is reclaiming its narrative. The roads we traveled, from the icy peaks of the north to the deserts of the south, tell a story of survival. But the true memory you will take home is not the landscape. It is the chaiwala who refused to take payment because you are a guest. It is the family on the train who shared their meal with you. It is the school children in Hunza who waved and practiced their English. Pakistan is not a simple country. It is complex, intense, and demanding. It challenges you, but in return, it gives you something rare in modern travel: authenticity. It gives you a connection to humanity that is raw and unfiltered. The peaks are calling. The curries are simmering. The tea is brewing. Pakistan is no longer the land beyond the clouds or the forbidden frontier. It is the world's most exciting destination, waiting for those brave enough to open their hearts. The only question remains: when do you depart?